Welcome to the Clara Monroe Series. This is Book 1, Echoes of the Past, Chapter 5. Playback. Clara watched the footage again alone. She closed her office door, turned off the lights, let the glow of the screen flatten everything else. 1:07 a.m. The door opens. The hooded figure enters without hesitation. No rush, no glance behind him. Comfortable in the room? Comfortable in the house. Evelyn looks up. There is no startled response. There is recognition. Clara paused the frame, zoomed in on Evelyn's face. Her mouth moves before the man does. One word, maybe two. The footage has no sound. Clara studies the shape of Evelyn's lips. It could be you. It could be a name. It could be why. She rewinds, plays it again, and again. At 1:12 a.m., the bowl is placed on the desk. It is not improvised. It is not grabbed from a shelf. He brought it with him. Clara zooms in on his hand. Gloved. Dark leather, fitted. Not disposable. Intentional. At 1:14 a.m., he leans close. Speaks. Evelyn's shoulders shake once. Then she nods. That nod matters. Consent is not the word, but acknowledgement is. At 1:21 a.m., he steps back and studies the scene. The posture is not that of someone escaping. It is appraisal, assessment. He adjusts her hand on the notebook. Clara freezes the frame. Her fingers are arranged so the words remain visible. I remember. He wants the words seen. He wants them photographed. He wants them sent. At 1:22 a.m., he looks toward the camera. Not directly, not enough to give his face. Just enough to confirm he knows it's there. He reaches up, removes the device. Prepared. Clara sits back slowly. He planted the camera. He recorded the murder. He removed the device. He left the cards. He deleted the doorbell footage from inside the network. He placed a note on her car in daylight. He is not improvising. He is staging, and he is close. Halpern knocks once and steps in. You've got something, he says, reading her face. He knew the camera was there, Clara says. Halpern frowns. He put it there. Yes. And? He didn't check it before he entered, she says. He didn't look around. He didn't hesitate. That means he trusted it. Halpern waits. He trusted it because he was the one who installed it. Clara finishes. Silence sits heavy between them. You think he's been in that house before, Halpern says. Yes. As what? Halpern asks. Contractor? Friend? Family? Clara stands. Someone who didn't need to force entry, she says. Halpern nods slowly. We'll dig into installers, security company employees, service records. Go further back, Clara says. Remodels, electricians, painters, anyone who had reason to access the walls. Halpern studies her. You're calm, he says. I am, she replies. But her pulse is not. Digital sends a still enhancement an hour later. The hood has shifted enough to reveal part of the jawline. A straight nose, a mouth that looks almost gentle when it isn't speaking. No visible scars, no obvious age markers. Late 20s to mid-30s, if forced to guess. The analyst zooms further. There, he says. Clara leans in. On the man's wrist, just visible beneath the glove cuff. A thin line, parallel. Another faint one below it. Old scars, not fresh. 3 lines, maybe. Once. Now faded. Clara's breathing remains even. Halpern doesn't notice. She rewinds to the tilt of the head. The slight angle. The stillness before movement. Something about it feels rehearsed. Not theatrical. Habitual. She's seen that stillness before. Across a dinner table. Across a childhood bedroom. Across a hallway painted a color she no longer remembers the name of. Clara straightens. Run facial mapping, she says. We don't have enough, the analyst replies. Run it anyway. By evening, Evelyn's phone data comes in, recovered from cloud backup. Last outgoing message, 12:32 a.m. Recipient, unsaved number. Message, it's starting again. Clara reads it twice, then 3 times. Halpern stands across from her desk. Starting again? He says quietly. Clara scrolls. Earlier messages from the same unsaved number. 2 weeks back. Unknown. You remember more than you think. Evelyn. Stop. Unknown. You promised you wouldn't forget. Evelyn. I was a child. Clara's jaw tightens. Halpern exhales. Jesus. Clara scrolls further. 3 days ago. Unknown. He was always better at quiet than you. Evelyn. Leave my family out of this. Family, not husband. Family. Clara sets the phone down slowly. Trace the number, Halpern says. Burner, Clara replies. Activated 3 days ago. Halpern rubs his face. You thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, Clara says. This isn't random. No. This is old. Yes. He looks at her carefully. Monroe. She meets his eyes. You want to tell me what you're not saying? Clara holds his gaze, then looks away first. No, she says. That night, she goes home. Not because she wants to, because avoidance becomes a pattern, and patterns are weaknesses. Her apartment door looks untouched, the lock unscarred. She stands there longer than necessary before inserting the spare key from her car. The door opens. Inside, everything appears as she left it. Couch aligned, bookshelf orderly, kitchen sink empty, bedroom door half open. She moves through the space slowly, checking. Closet, bathroom, under the bed. Nothing. She steps into the bedroom. The nightstand sits where it always has. Her phone charger coiled beside it. Her lamp angled slightly toward the wall. Her key. Her key lies exactly where she remembers placing it, right of the lamp, metal cool under her fingers. Clara picks it up, examines it. No scratches, no marks, nothing altered. She stands very still. She remembers the moment in her office when she thought it was missing. The certainty, the cold understanding. She remembers the feeling, and she understands something new. He doesn't need to take things. He only needs her to believe he has. Clara sits on the edge of the bed. For the first time in years, she allows herself to question her own recall. Memory is a... She sees the whiteboard again. Memory is a... What? Weapon? Witness? Lie. She closes her eyes briefly. When she opens them, she notices something she hadn't before. On her bookshelf across the room. A gap, small, between 2 hardcovers. Her breathing slows further. She stands, walks toward it. The dust outline is faint but visible. A book is missing. Not one she reads often, but one she knows. She scans the shelf, finds the space between 2 titles she recognizes. And then she remembers. The book had been there yesterday. She is sure of it. She pulls the surrounding books down, checks behind them. Nothing. Her phone buzzes in her pocket. She doesn't flinch. She doesn't rush. She removes it slowly. Unknown number. Different from the burner. No image this time, just text. You really did miss one. Clara looks at the empty space on her shelf, then at the message. Her reply is immediate. What did you take? 3 dots appear, then vanish, then appear again. Her pulse does not change. The response comes. Nothing you haven't already lost. Clara stands alone in her quiet apartment. The radiator ticks. The night presses against the windows. She looks at the gap on her shelf and realizes the worst part is not the missing book. It's that she cannot, in this moment, remember its title. Not Fear, Not yet. But something thinner, more precise, a crack in certainty. And somewhere, she knows. He is watching to see how long it takes her to name what's gone. That was Chapter 5 of Echoes of the Past, part of the Clara Monroe series. If you're following the investigation, the next chapter continues right where this one leaves off. I'll see you there.